Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lakin if you guys are new here. If you're not, welcome back. So today I am going to be doing a kind of get ready first impression review, and we are going to be doing a review on the Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals Volume 1 palette. This palette is gorgeous. And then the next one that we will be doing a first impression on is this Tati Beauty Blendiful. It came with two Blendifuls. It came with a big triangle one and a heart-shaped one. The Blendiful for both of them runs for $18. And the Tati Beauty palette for 24 eyeshadows is $48. So if you would like to see how I got this look right here using these products, definitely keep watching. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so I got my coffee here. I've got my Blendiful new in the package. So ready to try this out. I have been waiting to make this video so I can open this bad boy up. And then of course I have the Volume 1 Tati palette. So we are going to be putting this on the eyes and we are going to be reviewing and doing a first impression on this. And I've got my scissors here and we are just going to open this up. So the first one that I see is this Tati Beauty, the smaller one. And these feel so good. I was not expecting these to feel this good. It is shedding a little bit. I will let y'all know that. When I move it like this, you can see all those fibers. Ooh. Okay, let's hope that it's not like that on this one. So this one also feels really smooth, but again, there are a ton of fibers floating in the air. So that makes me a little worrisome because that is not what you want. Maybe I can dust them off. Okay, so I pulled back my hair. I always feel like when my hair is back, I look like a boy. But I pulled back my hair. So from what I see on this, that it works really good with powder, liquid, and your pore filling primers. They say that it looks really good with your pore filling primers. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna use this little corner right here, and I'm gonna use the No Pore Blum Primer by Touch and Soul. Okay, and I'm just putting one pump, and I have my mirror right here, so I'm just gonna look down, and I'm just kind of dabbing that where I usually put it. So I'm gonna try just patting it into the skin, not rubbing it around. Let's take a little break from the Blendiful. Let's start doing our eyes. I am gonna try this little one. I'm so nervous because this little one is shedding a lot. Maybe I should have washed these before, but how would I have done a first impression? Okay, so I'm gonna just take my Tarte Shape Tape. This is the shade Light Sand, and I'm just gonna put this on my eyelids. And I always use this as an eyeshadow primer. And I am gonna take this little one, since this little one has like this smaller angle right here, and I'm just going to do this. Now I know that this one's supposed to be like your travel friendly, put in your purse, but I never really touch up my makeup throughout the day, and I don't really get too oily where I need to do that step. So this one I feel like is going to be great for me for like concealer or areas that the bigger Blendiful will not get into. It is a little strange. It's definitely like a little learning curve to do this because I don't want to pat too hard because of course it's around my eyes, and then I don't want to like wipe it off just to make sure. But yeah, that did a really good job. It looks like just like it does whenever I do it with my sponge. So yeah, I like that. Okay, so now let's go into the Tati palette. And I will say with this palette, I have used it a few times just trying it out, and I absolutely love it. I haven't filmed a video on it yet, but here we are. But I'm going to be taking this matte Aurora shade right here, and I'm just going to be dusting this all over the lid. And this is just going to kind of pat down that concealer. This does have a little bit of fallout. I am not worried about fallout. Fallout does not bother me, but if it bothers you, get over it. And she did say you can bend it back. Oh, it kind of makes me nervous to bend it back though. So I'm just gonna leave it dangled. Okay, so my next shade that I'm gonna go in with is the matte, still hanging out down here in the matte section. I'm going to go with the matte Soothe right here, and I'm going to go in with my Morphe I know it's the Rose Gold collection, not sure which one because it rubbed off, but I think I've tried this palette like just twice, just 2 times, and I really loved it. Like, the shades are beautiful. They blend out. They're nice and creamy. And I'm looking down because my mirror is right below the camera. And I'm going to take a little bit more on that same blending brush, and I'm just going to go kind of like on the outer corner right here of the eye. And I'm just going to kind of pat that down. And I'm patting, and then I'm also going to kind of blend that, but I'm just blending that in that area. I'm not really going to move that around anywhere. Okay, next shade that I want to go into is going to be this matte and this orangey shade right here in the shade Story. And I think it is such a cool way how she like lined up her shadows. I think that is really cool. And I cannot wait to see what the volume 2 is going to look like. But I'm just kind of doing windshield wiper motions here. This crease brush is the Morphe M504. I'm just going to take it on the other eye as well. And I'm using my Morphe brushes because I absolutely love my Morphe brushes, and they work with my other eyeshadows, so I know exactly what they are like. And I am just still blending this all out. And now I'm going to go in like with circular motions. They say blend till your hand falls off. That's the best way to get the best eyeshadow look. That is looking so pretty. I do want a little bit more of that orangey shade right here, like I did with the matte Soothe. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that, and I'm just taking this smaller blending brush. This is the Morphe E17, and I'm just going to kind of pat that down. And with the rest that's on my brush, I'm just swiping that all around. So let's talk about a little bit of drama that I had getting this palette. So I ordered the palette, ordered the Blendiful, the launch day of the Blendiful, and I was supposed to get it the next week. So I ordered on like a Thursday. I don't know when the launch date was, but I ordered on the launch date, and I know that the next week I was supposed to get it all. So we're in a new construction area, and my post people sent it back. So I was supposed to get it on like a Monday. So I waited all day Monday and then I didn't get it. They said that it was sent back to the post office. So I call up the post office. They tell me, don't worry, it'll be delivered the next day. Our post lady was sick, so that's what happened. So I was like, okay. So next day I wait, nothing happens. I call the post office again. They cannot find the pallet or the Blendiful. I was freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to make a video on this. I was really upset. I paid for the extra shipping, everything to have it as soon as possible. Ugh, so annoying. So then Wednesday comes around. I go up to the post office and I'm like, look, this is what's going on. I need this pallet. I need to review it. It's in a black box because I had already seen some unboxings, and they tell me, I'm so sorry, but we couldn't find your address, so we sent it back to Tati, like to their warehouse. And I was just like, why is this happening right now to me? So Tati's customer service is so amazing. I messaged them on a Wednesday. They got back to me on a Thursday. They told me that the pallet actually had already gotten there. What happened was Monday, my post office actually sent it back to them. I checked the address. The address was completely correct. I don't know what happened, what was going on, but yeah, super upset. But Tati's customer service was so sweet, so nice about it. I told them I needed to film the video, and so they refunded me my money and they told me I could repurchase it. So I did. I repurchased it, and that, I guess, whenever they were backed up in their shipping, so then I didn't get it until the end of the next week, and that's when I went to Oklahoma. It was just a drama, you guys. But yeah, that's the story on that. I really felt bad because I am just now doing it, but I was still a little upset. But here we are. Here's the palette. Here's my new Blendiful. I'm going to take that Morphe, the Rose Gold Collection white brush, and I'm going to go back into the Matte Soothe. And I'm just going to smooth this out and make sure we have no harsh lines anywhere. Okay, and I'm going to take this Kayla brush. It's just a eyeshadow brush. And I am going to take, I don't know why, but this shade right here, the Metallic Story, this one right here is just calling my name. So we're gonna put that on the inner, and then I am gonna go in with one of her glitters. I'm not getting much payoff from that, so I'm just gonna go in with my finger and I'm just gonna pat down the shade. Oh yeah, that was a lot better. So now I'm going to take some glitter glue, and I'm taking the NYX glitter primer, and I am going to place that on the back of my hand here. And I'm gonna go in with this really small shader brush, and this is the Morphe M421, and I'm just gonna take that and I'm just going to pat that over where I want the glitter to go. And then I'm doing the same thing to the other eye. Because the one other time that I played with these glitters, I felt like they really needed that extra step of the glitter glue. So we'll see how it goes today. So with the glitters, I am going to take my finger. I feel like that is going to apply the best. And these glitters are such a really cool formula. The way that they feel, they just feel so good. They almost feel like kind of wet in a way, but they're not. And they have really good payoff. So I'm just going to take that and just pat that down. Doing that to the same eye. Now, these glitters do have fallout, so definitely do your eyeshadow first before you do your makeup. So I did get a little bit of glitter in an area that I don't want, and I don't have glitter glue, so I am just kind of taking that crease brush and knocking that glitter off. So now I'm going to take this Morphe M433 and I am going to bring back that deepness here in the outer corner. So I'm just going to take that Matte Story, that orangey shade, and take a little bit of that on my brush and just pat that down to bring back that definition that I want, because we kind of lost it a little bit. And then I'm just going to kind of take it up a little bit here in the crease, but not going over, because I want to keep that. I don't want it to blend too much away. Okay, that looks really good. So now I'm just going to take that Morphe M573 and I'm just going to kind of blend right here, just so there's not a shadow variation where it goes from dark to light. We're just kind of blending that out right now. Okay, that looks perfect to me. Okay, so I'm just taking this is the Simple Micellar Water wipe, and I'm just going to wipe away that glitter that we got underneath from the fallout. And this is why I say, if you're going to do her glitters, definitely do your eyeshadow first, or you're going to have a lot of glitter. And even after I do this, like, there's still more glitter. Glitter is so hard to get off the skin. Like, look, I have glitter right there. How the heck did that get there? Okay, so there are my eyebrows. Ugh, I can never get my eyebrows to match, but it is fine. So now let's move on to priming the whole face. So I'm going to take the same area right here on the corner that I use the pore filling primer, and I'm just going in with my Too Faced Hangover Magic, and I just put some right there, and I'm just going to prime the rest of my face that doesn't have that pore filling primer on it. And I've been carving out my eyebrows, and I've been noticing a huge difference whenever I carve out my eyebrows. So if you guys don't carve out your eyebrows, definitely try it out. So for foundation, I am going to use one of my favorite foundations. I'm going to use this one because I know it is really good with a brush. It's really good with a sponge. You could use it with your fingers, and I just really want to give this one a fair shot. So I'm going to be using my It Cosmetics CC cream in light, and I'm just going to pump it out on this palette right here, and then we can just place this on there. I think I'm going to use, so I used this one for my primer, so I'm going to use the other side maybe. You know what, let's just go ahead and use the same side that we used for primer. Okay, so I'm just going to bend it like this, and I guess I'm just going to place it on my face. And I'm just going to kind of dot it on first. And we'll just start by patting it in, because I'm not sure if we should pat it or swipe it, but let's just pat it in. Okay, can I say one thing right off the bat? Okay, this was 2 pumps. Usually I use about a pump on the side, like this side of my face. So that is amazing right off the bat, because I am actually using way less product. And I'm just kind of blending it down here because I don't want that harsh line there. But wow, really awesome. Like, look how much foundation I have left, and I already did this side. My forehead is looking really good. And I'm just kind of being careful going around my eyebrows. And I'm going to pinch it a little bit tighter. That way I can get right in here. It did pick up a little bit of texture right here in between my eyebrows, where I usually do not notice that I have texture. So I'm just gonna go into this mini one and I'm just gonna kind of pat that out, and hopefully that will help. No, you can still see a lot of texture. What the heck? I never get texture there. Okay, I'm just gonna take this sponge. It's not wet. This is the e.l.f. sponge, and I'm just going over with that foundation. Okay, now the texture's gone. Okay, so let's go on to the other side. And again, I'm just dotting this on, and then I'm kind of going over it. And now I'm just kind of patting it down just to make sure that it's going into the skin nicely. And then now we're gonna do the chin. Okay, I am having a little bit of a hard time and a trouble getting in to this area right here. I don't know if you guys can see. So I'm going to go in with the smaller one. I'm just gonna take just a little bit of foundation. I'm kind of dabbing it off here because I don't want too much foundation there. But I'm just going in with the smaller one around my nose. Wow, that is so pretty. I'm just taking a little bit more and going my nose here. That is looking really nice, like really nice. And I still have a lot left over, so I'm just kind of bringing this down. But yeah, it's looking so pretty. The coverage, everything is looking just so nice. The only area that I was having a problem with was right here in between my eyebrows. I don't know if I have some dryness that was just picking up in that area, but usually I do not have texture there. So that was a little bit different. I am going to go right here just a little bit. And I'm going to kind of push it into my hairline here. And what I really like is I have this red spot right here. I bet you guys have seen it in some of my videos, but it's super annoying, and sometimes I've noticed with a brush or even with a sponge that it takes off the product whenever I'm patting it in. It's kind of like swiping it off, and you can really see my red mark. But this did such a great job on covering that area and not taking the foundation off. So for that, in my book, this is a freaking win. Like a win. Okay, so now let's see how it does with concealer. This part I am a little bit nervous about just because it's so large. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out, but I'm just going to take this other area right here because I want to save this tip for highlight. So I'm just going to take the opposite side right here, and it doesn't even look that dirty from all the foundation that I put on it. So that's pretty good. It doesn't seem to soak up the product either. And so I'm just going to go in right here. The only thing that I would like to see is maybe for this ribbon part, if she does like a spin off, like a second one, I would like this to be more of an elastic, so it kind of keeps my hand on there. Since I have smaller hands, it is a little hard to hold on to it there. If you had giant hands, maybe, or normal size hands, maybe it would be okay for you, but I just feel like it's a little loose here and it's not secure like I would like. Okay, but enough rambling on. So I'm just going to take it and I'm just going to pinch it like that, and let's do some concealer. Now, concealer is a hard one for me because sometimes even my sponges wouldn't remove the product and would just lay it down like it did the foundation. That would be awesome. So it is a little harder to get right there in that inner corner area since it is so large, but I would say that did do a good job. I do want to go over just a little bit right here. Maybe I didn't put enough concealer down, and I'm going to pinch that again, and I'm just going to go over my dark circle area. I think I put a little bit too much on this side than I did the other side. So I'm just trying to put some more product from here to here. Okay, so let me look at it in the mirror. I don't know. I'm gonna go in with this one and just kind of like maybe pat it in because it looks like it's just sitting on the skin. So I'm just kind of patting it in with this one. Okay, that looks a lot better. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier, the Secret Brightening Powder. I saw Taylor Wynn use this with this blender, and she said it was really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go onto this other side right here. And I wonder if you could flip this. Oh yeah, you could flip this ribbon part. So I just flipped it to the dirty side. Hopefully it doesn't get too dirty. And I'm just going to go in on this clean side right here. So I just flipped the ribbon. I'm going to go in with this clean side. And I'm just going to take a little bit of our powder. And I'm just going to kind of knock it off just a little bit, and then I'm going to press this powder in. But she said that she really loved this for powder. So I'm not swishing it away or wiping it away. I'm just kind of like packing it on. And for my face powder, I am going to use my tried and true, my Too Faced Peach Perfect powder. I am obsessed with this powder. It is so good. I feel like it just makes your skin look flawless. And I'm going to go in with that same pointed area that we did with the under the eye. And I'm just going to grab that powder. And I'm just going to kind of bounce it on my face like we did the under eye, but I'm just doing the areas that I usually set my face with. And I am a person that I set my entire face. I don't get oily or anything like that. I just don't like transfer, and I'm constantly touching my face. I just don't like to feel like I'm going to wipe away my makeup whenever I'm touching my face, so I set my entire face. So after I set my entire face, let me fill it and make sure. Oh yeah, it's completely set. Wow, that looks really good. And look, I still have a lot of powder left over when I usually would use all that powder. So definitely this is saving a lot of product right off the bat. Okay, so now the next step that we're going to do is bronzer. I am a little worried about bronzer just because I have never really used my sponge or anything like that, and I'm not a cream contour kind of girl, so I have a few bronzers here that I can't decide if I want to do the Gimme Some More. This is by the Makeup Obsession. That one was recommended by Casey Holmes, or my Marc Jacobs bronzer, or even my Hoola Benefit. Let's try my Hoola Benefit. Okay, so I'm going to flip that band around again to the right side, And I'm just going to kind of fold the triangle in half right here. And I think I'm going to take this part right here. And I want to pinch it because I don't want it to be all over the face. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this. And I don't know how much is too much. I'm going to try it on my hand first. Okay. Okay. I kind of dusted a little bit. Okay, so here we go. And I think Tati said to like place it on and kind of push it up. Oh yeah. So I'm kind of laying it first and then kind of pushing it up. Okay, I definitely like how this side did better whenever I just like placed it first and then started pushing it up, to where this one I just kind of started pushing it up. It kind of has this darker area right here. I don't know if you guys can see, but it kind of looks a little muddy to me. So I'm just going to take that side that we did with our powder and I'm just going to try to blend it out a little bit. Okay, that worked. That came out really good. Okay, so I'm going to work on this side again. Yeah, that looks so pretty. Can you guys see how really pretty that looks? And let's dust away our under the eye bake. I'm going to take my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores powder brush and I'm just going to kind of dust away that underneath the eye. Okay, so I don't know if you could contour with this, but let's just try. I'm still taking that same side that we did the bronzer, but I'm using this tiny, tiny little point here. And I'm just going to try to do my nose contour. Okay, and now I'm just going to take that powder side right here, like I did with the bronzer, and just kind of okay, did that work? Yes, but that is super, super intense. So to save it, I'm going to go in with my Fit Me Light Medium 20 powder. And I'm just going to kind of dust this all over my nose because that is super intense. Okay, I still feel like on camera that's coming out super intense. So I'm just going to take my brush and try to dust that away. And now I'm going to take my foundation part and just kind of pat over it again. Okay, definitely do not try to nose contour with this. That turned out so bad. I had to wipe it off, re-put foundation on, and re-powder. So that definitely did not work. Now I am getting a little bit of this bronzer a little bit lower than I actually want. So I'm just taking the powder side and just kind of cleaning that area up. And that looks really good. Okay, so now let's finish with that bronzer. So I'm just going to take that same area that we did the bronzer and I want to hit my forehead. And you know, I thought it would take away my makeup, especially by pushing it in and kind of blending it out. I thought that it would take away some of my makeup coverage, but it's not. It's just looking really nice, really flawless. But yeah, that looks so beautiful. Okay, now let's go in with blush. I'm going to take one of my favorite blushes. This is in Milani Tea Rose 08. I'm obsessed with it. Okay, and this is what our blender is looking like. This is how dirty it is. This is the side that I did powder. I did some foundation, concealer, bronzer. I'm still leaving this one open for highlight. So I'm just going to take this area right here and I'm just gonna kind of fold it here, and we're gonna use that area for blush. And I'm just taking a little bit on here, kind of dabbing it and then kind of wiping it off a little bit like I did with the bronzer. And I'm just going to take this. Oh, that looks really nice. Can you guys see that? I'm doing the same thing to the other side. I was really scared there for a second because I didn't know how much it was going to come off. Like, was it going to be too much, too intense? But no, that just looks really pretty. Okay, so now let's do some highlight. I am going to be using my favorite highlight. I know you guys are sick of it, but I'm going to be taking my Anastasia Ambrisi highlight. And I'm taking this one because this one is my favorite, and I have used this with a sponge and I really like it. So I know it can be used with a sponge or a brush. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that it works really well with this. So I'm just taking a little bit here, just dabbing it. A lot is on there. And I think I'm going to do the same way that I did with my bronzer, just kind of like swipe it on and then blend it out. Oh yeah, that looks really pretty. Okay, I'm just taking a little bit more, and same thing, just kind of like patting it on and then doing like a swiping motion. Now I wonder if you could build this up, so I'm going to try to build it up and see if we can get a more intense highlight. Oh yeah, you can definitely build it up. That is looking so pretty. Okay, I'm going to highlight my nose here. And I'm just pinching it even harder so that we don't get too crazy. Oh yeah, that looks so nice. Okay, I am going to try to do my inner corner, and I'm pinching it really hard here. And let's just see if that's possible. You can definitely do the inner corner. I'm going to do the lip a little bit. And then with the excess, I'm just going to kind of dust it in my high points. Wow. My makeup is looking so pretty. Okay, now let's go back into the palette and let's do the under eye, because the under eye is looking really naked. So for this, I am going to use my Morphe E18. It's just a really compact blending brush, and I'm going to start off with the matte Story, and I'm using this one because I'm just going to place the product there, kind of wiggle that in. Okay, now that that's on, I know it looks a little sloppy right now. I'm going to take the Morphe M506. It's just a really small blending brush. And I'm just going to go into that shade Soothe in the matte section. It's that lighter tan color. And I'm just going to blend this out. And this is what is going to make a difference. And then I'm kind of going on this outer part here with eyeshadow and just kind of blending that too, so that it takes away that harsh line whenever we did our foundation. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of eyeliner, and I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my Smashbox primer water, and I'm just going to spritz my face. It'll help to really smooth out the foundation with the powders, and you won't look so powdery. It'll just look really nice. Okay, so I am going to go fix my hair, put on a different shirt, and then I'm going to pop on some mascara and lashes, and I will be right back. Okay, y'all, this is my final look. I curled my hair. I just did a really loose curl, kind of brushed it out with my fingers. I just wanted something really like romantic, kind of sexy look. So I just did really nice loose curls. And the curling wand I use is this Dry Bar curling wand. That's the best wand I've ever used. It just gives me such beautiful, pretty curls. If I want to do like really heavy curl, like all the way to the root, it looks really good too. But today I was just wanting something a little bit softer, a little sexy, romantic style. So yeah, I used that to curl. The lip shade that I'm wearing right now is this L'Oreal pencil, and this is in the shade Mastermind. Get it? And then I just put this all over my lips, and then I just put this Ofra Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick in Miami Fever. It was just a really pretty orangey color, and I just feel like this lip really complements this eye. It's a bold lip with a bold eye, so I'm really living for it. Oh, and then the lashes that I have on right now are these Allure Jasmine Brown. Oh my gosh, these lashes are gorgeous. And then the mascara that I use for my lower lash line and to push my natural lashes up into the fake lashes was this Benefit Roller Lash. I really love this mascara. But yeah, this is amazing. Like, I will definitely be using this in my daily routine. I absolutely love this Blendiful. I don't know if I will be using it for concealer though. I just felt like with the concealer, it didn't really push it into my skin like I really wanted to. It didn't give me that flawless underneath the eye that I'm really hoping for. So other than that, I really did love it. I loved it for my bronzer, loved it for the blush, loved it for the highlight, and yeah, it's so stunning. My makeup looks perfect. I wish I had somewhere to go with this makeup on today. But yeah, it looks absolutely stunning. And then this palette has definitely won my heart. I absolutely love this palette. The colors are just beautiful. They are wearable if you want to do a eye like I did, if you want to calm it down and do like a really neutral eye look for every day like this. I can definitely see myself getting a lot of use with. Texture Neutrals Volume 1, $48 for 24 shadows. That is a really good deal and a beautiful packaging. At first I wasn't crazy about this packaging because it's like that nice NARS packaging where everything sticks to it, but it wipes down really well with your makeup wipe. And the Tati Beauty Blendiful is $18. You get the larger one, and then you get the really cute heart one for $18. That to me is a really good deal too, especially when there are a lot of beauty blenders on the market that are way more than just $18 for this. So that is a really great deal for the Blendiful as well. I am super curious to see how these are going to wash. I'm going to hand wash mine first. I don't want to throw it in the washing machine just yet because I heard people throwing it in the washing machine, it was taking apart the seam. So I will be hand washing mine. It doesn't seem like it soaked up much product at all like my sponges do or my brushes. So I'm super thankful for that. But I'll let you guys know how well this washes in a future video. But let me get close so that you guys can see my makeup and see this eyeshadow look. But yeah, that's all that I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Really enjoyed making this video. I am totally sold on this. I will be purchasing another one in the future. I can see myself getting a lot of use out of this. So one is not going to be enough for me. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to give this video a like, comment down below, and subscribe. I would love to hear your thoughts on these two products. Do you guys love them? Will you guys be picking them up? Love to hear from you guys. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys are having a great day. Bye!